Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Super pumped to have you here. So today we're going to have a little bit of a different video because we're going to be talking about, well, what's the most important part of your skateboard? And this whole question video topic, this all arises because a man named Theo messaged me on Instagram saying, I have a Walmart board, but I do not have enough money to buy a brand new complete right now. So I'm going to try to put it together piece by piece and switch out things. What would be the first thing you would change out? And when I hear that, Walmart board, and you're gonna go piece by piece, essentially what you're asking is, what's the most important thing to put on my Walmart board first to make it work? So in order to answer that question, first we're gonna have to look at all the important parts of the skateboard that we're talking about. So right here, I've got my skateboard, and yes, sneak peek for the next board review, it is a baker. We're going to be talking about the board, the grip tape, trucks, wheels, and bearings. And we're going to talk about what each one really does for you and what it doesn't do for you on a Walmart board. And then we can try to figure out what the best thing would be to change out first, or what is the most important part of your skateboard. But before we get into that, definitely make sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video if you do enjoy it. A lot of my viewers are not actually subscribed. It helps out a lot. It lets me know that you guys like this content and to keep it coming. All right, so starting out with the grip tape. So for those of you who don't know what grip tape is, it's what keeps your feet to the board, probably 99% of the time. Unless you're jumping and flipping, or I guess doing a hippie jump, your feet are going to be on the grip tape. So when it comes to Walmart boards, if you've seen any of my previous Walmart skateboard videos, the grip tape is terrible. It's not good for really anything. You slide around on it. It's not great stuff. But in the context of changing pieces out of your board, re-gripping your Walmart board is probably not the best idea. And also, I mean, unless you're really on a budget, when you buy your new board, they typically will come with grip tape, and spending the $10 to $15 on the more high-end grip tape to put on your Walmart board and re-gripping it, it's just not the best solution. So I would say, although grip tape really is important and Walmart grip tape is terrible, that's probably not the first thing that you're going to want to change out. All right, moving on to the board itself. Yeah, so with a board, you're obviously going to need grip tape, so those two things are going to come together. But like I said, wherever you buy your board from, there's a good chance, especially if you order it online, that it will come with grip tape. And yeah, you could definitely go with a board first, but you will be putting Walmart trucks, wheels, and bearings on it, and you're probably not going to have a great time with that either. And I'm just trying to think, you know, what would be the most plausible thing to switch out for an actual skate session? If you could only change one thing on your board to actually make it work, what would it be? And honestly, with the hardware, the trucks, the wheels, everything like that, we're probably going to exclude the board right away, because there's something else that I think you should probably change out first and would be a better investment of money if you want to get learning tricks on your board a lot quicker. All right, going on to hardware itself. Well, this one is kind of difficult because Walmart hardware, although it's not that great, it will keep your trucks connected to your board, and that's really all it needs to do. It is cheaper, so inevitably it will strip and possibly break, but you're going to have some time before that happens, so hardware, not the most important thing. Moving on to trucks. So trucks are extremely important for grinding, for turning, for really getting set up. You need to have your trucks responsive. With Walmart board trucks, from my experience, they do not turn at all. In fact, they almost turn the opposite way, like if you have your trucks reversed. So I did dissect a Walmart truck and take a look at the bushings, and they're absolutely terrible. They're actually not really bushings at all, because they're not even rubber. They're more like a plastic. So they're not the best. However, with grinding, even though some of them are plastic, assuming you're a beginner, you're not going to be doing that many grinds. And as much as the skateboarder in me says you're not going to need to turn that much when you're learning, because I know that's not true, you're still going to have a tough time with Walmart trucks. Probably not the most important thing. All right, moving on to wheels. So it is very common with Walmart boards, especially if you've seen some of my Walmart board videos, that they don't roll like at all. And the wheels are so terrible on there that they'll flat spot pretty much on any trick you're trying to learn. And if you're skating transition, they are so slippery that you will just slide. And it's kind of dangerous, but when you slide, they will also get destroyed from flat spots. Walmart wheels are absolutely terrible, and the bearings do not sit in them quite correctly. They'll fall out, and that's why if you've seen one of these boards inside of a store, they have the bolts cranked down so much that the wheel doesn't even spin. It's to actually keep the bearings inside the wheel. As soon as you take this bolt off, the bearings will actually just fall out of the wheel. So wheels also extremely important, but I still don't know if it's the most important thing. Now to the bearings, which is what I'm thinking would be the first thing you would want to change out on your Walmart board and would be the most important part of a skateboard. And that's a pretty big claim. So why would bearings be more important than your wheels, trucks, board grip? Well, when you're learning how to skateboard, the most productive thing you can do is ride around. And with a Walmart board, that is hindered so much where you push and it comes to a complete stop. Then you push twice and it comes to a complete stop. So if you're trying to learn new tricks on your skateboard, whether it's a flat ground trick or riding up to a ledge or a board slide, just the beginning tricks, you're gonna need to be able to roll, especially when you're trying to get up a curb, because I remember trying to do even a front shove on a Walmart board, and I would push and I'd pop and I'd come to a complete stop, land on the nose, and I think that's what actually broke that Walmart board in my last Walmart video. So bearings, I would have to say, is the most important thing. You want to get used to pushing around and getting speed and holding speed. And it's still not going to be easy because you're not going to be turning the best, and the wheels, like we said, are not ideal, but you're going to need to get that muscle memory and just comfortable on your skateboard. In order for you to do that, it's got to roll, and Walmart bearings are the worst thing and probably one of the most dangerous things for beginner skateboarders. They are that bad, and they break very easily. So what is the most important part of your skateboard? I would say it would probably be the bearings. That being said, we might as well go through the whole list of things you should go first. So starting with the bearings, the next thing you're probably going to want to change out would be the wheels. Bearings and wheels, they'll make your life a lot easier. Even though your board won't turn, at least it will roll somewhat well. So those would be the first things I would change out on your board. And with bearings being the first most important thing, I'd say wheels would be second. After that, that's when I would go to the skateboard itself. I know Walmart trucks are terrible, and you might be thinking they've got to be switched out immediately, which is true. However, I'm just assuming from a beginner standpoint that really sharp turns and really long grinds that the Walmart trucks would really have a hard time with, those would not be the most important thing, at least not right away. So once you have your regular wheels, your professional grade bearings, your board and your grip with Walmart trucks, you can actually have somewhat of a decent session. You will see why, actually pretty soon. Video coming soon. Another spoiler alert, sneak peek. But it's not ideal, but it will still work. The big thing is you can actually start learning your tricks. You can start popping your board, understanding how to manipulate it more, and things along that nature. Board slides won't be a problem because you'll still be rolling relatively quickly, and you'll have a solid board to start learning some flip tricks on, along with grip tape to keep that board flipping and keep you on your board. So the least important part of, I guess, the setup would be the trucks. And I know that just seems so wrong, but you got to also see it from the other perspective. If you had to have one cheap thing on your board, what would it be? And I think it would probably have to be trucks if you're going from scratch and just switching things out for a Walmart board. Walmart trucks, as terrible as they are, they will work as long as your bearings work. So that's pretty much my thoughts on this. If you have some other thoughts on this, because this is kind of a little bit of a different video, but I definitely want to hear what you think. If any of you guys have modified your Walmart board, what worked best, or if you've had a really cheap board, what was the thing that you wish you could change about it the most? And as you skate, what is something that you swear by that you think that you're not going to be able to skate if you don't have something of this quality? Hope that all made sense. Anyways, guys, really hope you enjoyed this video. Keep skating, stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next one.